So you are a passenger and you've arrived at Terminal 2 or Terminal 1, that's Terminal 2 here. You've got your luggage. You're walking out of arrivals on the bottom floor. The point that I'm making here is we're going to time it from 2 to the new pickup location for taxis and for rideshare. Now, the taxis will no longer be able to line up here, and rideshare drivers will also not be able to pick up after October the 23rd. So the test that I want to do for passengers who are arriving is, are you going to subject yourself and wait 15 minutes for a shuttle and do the full horseshoe, which could take you anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, right? I am now walking. I'm doing the walk. I've got my luggage, right? And walking through from Terminal 2 all the way to the new pickup zone to show passengers that it's truly not worth it waiting outside on top or the bottom for that shuttle anymore, right? Because things are about to change, and we're doing the test here right now. I'm walking, rideshare professor here. I'm at arrivals 2C, a lot of construction going on. And right now, folks, I've been walking for 1.5 minutes. Okay. Today I'm going to cover Terminal 2 and which is a breeze. It's a hop, skip, and a jump to the new spot. It'll be a nightmare walking with heavy luggage and a family from Terminal 4 or Terminal 5 or even Terminal 6 because it's a long distance and you're going to be sweating and trying to cut across. But it makes complete sense to me that Terminal 1 and Terminal 2 just follow the stream and get directly to the pickup location, right? So I'm following these guys here. I'm walking. We're only 2 minutes and 12 seconds in, right? Could be just one of these guys, right? Just walking. And this is what's going to happen. Mark my words, on October the 23rd, you're going to see a stream of people outside here, all walking towards the Uber and Lyft, the new pickup designated areas, as well as the new taxi pickup area. Now the question is, will I be able to get in? It's not officially opened, right? But I want to prepare passengers and make it easier for you, travelers, make it easier for you, show you exactly how much time, right? Okay, so from Terminal 2 to Terminal 1, we're at Terminal 1 right now, Southwest, right? It's taken us 3 minutes so far and 20 seconds. Now, if I was going from Terminal 1, you arrived at Southwest, it would literally be the duration of the video less 3 minutes. So I'm going to give you the exact time it takes to walk from Terminal 1, right? You've picked up your luggage here at Terminal 1, right? And you've picked it up, you're walking straight out. And we're walking. Sorry about that, but this is about to change. So these taxis will no longer be picking up at the spot. From Terminal 2, I've been walking for 4 minutes and 20 seconds. From Terminal 1, I've been walking just over 1 minute. So if you've left Terminal 1 at arrivals, you've walked out, you've got your bags, you're only in for 1 minute of walking time so far. Now, logistically, this airport is a nightmare, and you always have to watch out, especially at this intersection. I highly recommend you watch all 3 lanes because cars come shooting through there, especially where that transit van is. They will come shooting around there, right? Because they're trying to make that light there. It's a super, super dangerous spot. I would urge any passenger that is going to walk from second terminal or Terminal 1 Southwest to the new pickup area. There's the new pickup area with the green umbrellas that are folded down. They'll all be up on October the 23rd at 3 a.m. This whole thing changes. October the 23rd at 3 a.m. And basically just want to show, also be super careful here at this intersection, because the cars come flying through, that the walk will be beneficial and you'll save a lot of time, because you're in for, at least if you have to go through the shuttle, got a green. If you got the shuttle, you're in for 15 to 20 minutes before you circle around that horseshoe. So right now here, everything you see over here is the new pickup zone. There it is, and I'm gonna try and get in there. But you would still be walking 6 minutes from Terminal 2 as a passenger, less than 3 minutes, which it took us. So from Terminal 1, we're in for 3 minutes walk so far. And then you'd be coming into this area here. Try and get in there. So try and ask someone if they can explain the whole thing to us. It's going to be interesting. Boom, let's cut through here. I'll find a little alley. This is the park and fly area here. Now what I'm interested in is everything here with the green awnings, right? So literally, I have arrived at this spot. They've still put a big fence in there, right? This is where the shuttles will drop off, and then you will walk to your designated areas. Zone 1D over there, zone 3 and 4 right at the back, right? And up to this point, exactly 7 minutes and 30 seconds from Terminal 2, and less 4 minutes and 30 seconds from Terminal 1. Don't want to interrupt this gentleman's work here. How are you, buddy? Have a great day. Any way I can get across there onto that side? Is there a little opening?
There's a gate down there.
All the way? Okay, I just want to show the people. Thank you, bud. Very nice guy. So here, if you had to walk to zone 1C, right? There it is, 1C. Right over there where you see that tower, that's Terminal 1. We've walked all the way from that spot over there, and we've come down here. So again, 7 minutes and 30 seconds from Terminal 2. Tell you what, that's 50% of the time that'll take you in a shuttle. A shuttle is going to take you minimum 15 minutes, right? And from Terminal 1, can't get easier. A great indicator for, that's Terminal 1B, dedicated a massive stretch of land, right, to this new rideshare pickup and taxi pickup. It's going to be chaos here, my friends. Absolute freaking chaos on October, I think it's the 23rd at, now the question is, how do I get in? How do I get in? Can I zip past here? Doesn't look like it. All the way. So the very last zone is 1A, 2A, 3A, 3B. Looks good. They've done a great job. How are you, sir? They've done a great job as far as the layout goes. Super clean. And my guess is this is where the shuttles are all going to come rolling in, right? And then I'm just trying to find a little opening. They're doing the last little repairs here, but it looks great. They've done a great job. They really have. Sorry, buddy. this here is the whole, this is where the shuttles are going to be coming in, right? Right up there where you see those cars, that's traffic that's being fed in if you're coming off Lincoln, Sepulveda, that area, right? Just trying to find a little opening here, man. Trying to sneak into this spot. That's why I walked all the way down. So all this extra time doesn't really count right now. Can I get through here? No, padlock. Ah, brother. How they've definitely kept it all locked up. So that's where the traffic comes in over there. That would literally be that traffic. That's not Century traffic flowing in. That's the traffic flowing in from Sepulveda, right? Coming in there. How are you? And they're coming around that corner, Terminal 1. They've locked this place down pretty well, but I'm super determined to get in. And all this redundant walk doesn't affect the passenger. I'm just trying to find a way in. But I gave you the realistic time from Terminal 2 and there we go. How are you? Switched it around. And it was 3 minutes and 30 seconds from Terminal 1, Southwest. How are you guys? So this video is really made for the LA crowd, for the LA drivers, Uber drivers, Lyft drivers in LA, taxi drivers, just to give you an idea what this layout looks like. I'm still going to try and get in there and get a good picture on the inside. Let me just switch it around. I'm now walking towards the back end, right? The back end of the lot, right? So shuttles will be coming around there, driving, dropping off. And then you, the passenger, will start walking to these zones. So on the furthest end of the parking lot, this is where it ends. We're at 1A, 2A, 3A, and 4A, right? Then continue. The next row would be 1B, 2B, 3B, 4B. Pointing at it right away now. So I'm trying to get in here, trying to see the whole thing. There's 1A, 1B, 2B. Just going over the final, people are just going over the final prepping here. I can see that. This here is row, that's the B row. That's the B row. Excuse me, is it October the 23rd or the 29th? No, that they open this. Okay, all right, no problem. I was just thinking 29th, right? Thank you, bud. So just got to confirm there. 29th, they're just going over things there. Chaos, it's going to be chaos. Still can't get in here, good security. Oh, I think there's a pink sign. Maybe that's a Lyft sign there. Oh, shouldn't be. It's just this walk to that's one. That over there is that's 1C, 1C, 2C, 3C, 4C. Here's an interesting fact, like if you're looking at 1D, 2D, 3D, if that's your, that would be your closest walking distance from Terminal 2 and Terminal 1 would be actually 1D, 2D, 3D, and 4D. Right, the furthest walking distance would be the 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A. So this is, you get lucky, that's where your car picks you up. I can't get through here. I'm trying to find a little opening. Find a little opening. How can I get in here? You can go through here. Cannot go through there. Now, basically, this is literally walking back to the airport, but we can't get in here unless, I guess, we have some sort of clearance. So I think that's good. Kept it very tight. You go, there's a zone 1 and 2, zone 3 and 4, zone 2 and 3, right over there. It's pretty cool, pretty well laid out, pretty simple. So yeah, I mean, I'd have to have the gate code to get in there, but I can tell you, hey, I have no problem coming down here at 3 a.m. on the opening day and see the chaos break out and then do a live feed. If anybody would like to republish that live feed, I'll gladly go down and do that on the morning of the... So this is pretty much here. This is where it starts, folks. So if you were walking to Southwest Airlines, which I'm sure these guys are going in reverse now, we're doing this at the 18-minute mark. Again, just to give you an idea, in reverse. Oh, here we go. How cool is this? See? All right, there it is. Arriving October the 29th. Walk this way to taxi ride app pickups. There we go. So shuttle to taxi, Lyft, Uber, Apoli, level 1 outside bag claim. That's where they're picking you up, right? Level 1 outside bag claim. That's where we are right now, level 1. So this is arrival. So you walk straight out and then you head over there, over that way. Just watch those cars right over on that side. So that's pretty much it. And again, to show you how short the walk is, I'm doing this in reverse right now. Terminal 1. Please allow extra time for hotel, parking, and other shuttles to arrive. So at the 18-minute mark, I left the new pickup area. So I have no problem getting some exercise in, walking you around all the terminals so we can get a good idea. So Terminal 1, exactly like I said, now we're on to almost the 3-minute mark. So for Terminal 1 to the new pickup location, it's a 3-minute walk. I've done it both ways. Both ways it adds up to 3 minutes. Obviously, and we're heading over to Terminal 2, which, remember, I said was 7.5-minute walk. And then what I also want to calculate is walk all the way to Terminal 3, and we can see how long that would take, right? So remember, drop off is very simple. They all get to drop off. The drop off still remains. It's the pickup. So if you're a passenger in LAX, you're arriving, go and get your baggage. You know, maybe you're an individual, maybe you're with your family. And then the question is, do you jump on the shuttle or do you walk? I would highly recommend. There's another thing educating them. October the 29th, there it is. Highly recommend walking from Terminal 1 and Terminal 2. I want to get a good idea, walking time, what we're looking at from Terminal 3. It's a very tricky airport because you've got the inside lane, the island in the middle for the shuttle buses, the rental buses, and then you have the outside traffic. So here we are, like Aer Lingus, Air Mexico. The walk right there, about 5.5 minutes from this point. 5.5 minutes from Air Mexico, Aer Lingus. Still totally doable. Virgin Atlantic at 2, 6.5 minute walk. 6.5 minute walk. Delta, 7 to 7.5 minute walk with your luggage to that pickup spot, right? 7.5 minutes. Now I'm going to walk all the way to Terminal 3. I want to give you the exact walking time. Maybe worth asking the shuttle, hey, how long does it take on average from Terminal 3 to the new pickup spot? If the individual says 10, 15 minutes, we're doing the math now, we're doing the calculation. So I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to give you some realistic numbers, what you're in for walking wise, we've just reached Terminal 3. All of this is still under construction. That's why you see a lot of the people walking on the outside, right? But Terminal 3 is also Delta, which is about 3E, Delta 3E, and the total walk time, I'm going to be sharing that with you soon. It's where the people come out. I'm going to take you to the door where the people come out on baggage claim, where they walk out at Terminal 3. And then we'll get some accurate numbers as far as walking to the designated pickup spot, right? Still take you to the door where all the Terminal 3 people come out after they have their luggage, right? So here you can see they're walking out with their luggage. I'm about to give you an accurate time, which is Terminal 3 Delta, that's Beltway 5 pickup, and 6. You're looking at 9.5 to 10 minutes. 9.5 to 10 minutes. Maybe versus the same or a little bit more on a shuttle. So I think from this point onwards, it would make 0 sense to walk, right? You're going to be sweaty. If you have a lot of kids, it's going to be a problem. From this point onwards, you might want to catch the shuttle. Again, all of these guys, their days are over. On the 29th, you should not see any pickups here, right? Which I think is going to hurt the taxi industry, which I think is going to benefit Uber and Lyft a lot. Because one of the reasons people take taxis from here is because they want to get out. They don't want to sit around waiting for an Uber or a Lyft. They can just walk straight into a taxi and they're gone. Those days are over. So now we enter Tom Bradley International, and again, we'll have to measure from the point where, from the doors where people walk out, right? You have Ever Air, Lot Polish, Lufthansa, Austrian, Swiss, all the international arrivals here. Shuttles in the middle. So, to me, it makes no sense doing this whole walk from Tom Bradley. I'll give you the times though. You will be looking at 12 to 12 and a half minutes when you exit Tom Bradley, when you come out the doors. I'll show you what it is. You'll be looking at 12 to 12 and a half minutes from this point, from this spot onwards, right? It's not worth it. Especially if you have family, you're going to get all hot and sweaty. You're going to be walking for 12 and a half minutes. The shuttle should take you about 15. So the furthest Tom Bradley exit, you're looking at about 13 and a half minutes walk. Also makes 0 cents. Now we're at the end of the horseshoe and we're coming to about Terminal 4. What's going to happen at Terminal 4 is that I'm going to start the clock again, right? Because we're walking the opposite direction, so get a good idea how long it's going to take. Again, you'll see here, taxis start lining up for Terminal 4. That show's over in a few days. Good exercise, folks. It's one of the reasons I did it. Get a nice 30-40 minutes of walking in, 40 minutes at least, just walking with luggage, and that'll give you a good idea what the walk times are from Terminal 1, Terminal 2, Terminal 3, Tom Bradley International, Terminal 4, American Airlines, where we are now, but we'd have to calculate from where the passengers exit, right? So time now is 2:15. Got some good walking in. And basically, the clock starts about here. At the 33 minutes and 30-second mark, you are now leaving Terminal 4 American Airlines, and you would start walking. At 33 and a half into the video, this would be the walk now from Terminal 4 to the new pickup lot. Construction going on there. All of this still Terminal 4 American Airlines.
Attention shuttle passengers, we are in the process of building a world-class airport for Los Angeles. Because of construction in the central terminal area, please allow extra time for hotel, parking, and other shuttles to arrive. For tips and shortcuts, visit LAX Academy.
Now I could cut across there,
Thank you for your support.
which takes you to the opposite side where I really need to go. Could literally have to cut across here, or I can keep walking and cut across at a later point. Now we are at Terminal 5, right? So walk time from Terminal 5 starts at 35 minutes. Walk time from Terminal 3 started at 33 minutes and 30 seconds. Walk time from Terminal 5 started at the 35-minute mark, right? And 5 still American, 4 and 5 American. Common problem here at LAX. Oh, almost a little accident there. Again, from Terminal 4, we started at the 33.5-minute point. Terminal 5, we started at the 35-minute marker. So we'll be able to get some accurate calculations. Air Canada.
Hi, I'm Susan Fenner, chef and co-owner.
Air Canada, you can start at 36 minutes.
Anna and Sokolo. I want to welcome you to LAX. From Baja Beaches to Korean barbecue, Las Vegas, food scene has it all. So grab a plate and enjoy all the flavors.
Air Canada, you can start at the 36-minute mark. You can start walking. Spirit and Sun County can start at the 36.5-minute marker. Start walking towards doing this all by foot. So get a realistic time of how long this takes to that new point where they pick up. So 33.5 marker, we started at American Airlines. 35 marker, we started at Terminal 5, also American Airlines. 36 marker, we started at Air Canada. Now we're at Mokulele Airlines, Terminal 6 at the 37-minute and 30-second mark. Alaska Airlines, we're at the almost at the 38 mark. Yep, Alaska, we're at the 38 mark. Number 6, Thomas Cook. I mean, they went bankrupt, so I'm sure those signs will come down soon. Viva Aerobus at the 38.5 mark. Remember, we So, honestly, Terminal 6 and Terminal 7, I mean, you could walk or you could take the shuttle, be about the same time, because the distance from 6 to 7 in a shuttle to the pickup, my guess you would even walk pedestrians, because this is where the shuttles have to leave. So you are super, super close to the pickup zone. I mean, if you want to get some exercise in, from Terminal 7, you're literally only a few minutes away from the new pickup area, right? So I would argue you could either take the shuttle if you're lazy, or get some exercise and walk from 7. 7 is a breeze. I'll show you right now. We're in Terminal 7 right now. Strong, strong, strong smell of marijuana. Here, buddy. And Terminal 7, you're at United. So from United, we would start at about the 41-minute mark. This comes out there, 41-minute mark. Walk across. From the 41-minute mark, we are walking from United Terminal 7 to the new pickup zone. Walk across. Can't cut through there because of parking, and they cut it off at the end, so you have to walk around this way. Remember, you came out there. That's where you came out at Terminal 7, downstairs, baggage claim at United. And we're walking across from the 41-minute mark, which I think is totally worth. There's a TCP right there that drives this luxury trips and private trips. Guy's wearing a suit. I would say he's more private limo driver, picking up clients at Terminal 7. So you'd literally walk across here. And where I want to get to, folks, is over there. Right in the back there are the green awnings. I could literally walk across here from Terminal 7. So far, that walk would have taken me 1 minute and 40 seconds. I think, here's my scoop. Let's recap. It's totally worth the walk from Terminal 1 and Terminal 2 and Terminal 7. Those are my findings for the day. If I walk from Terminal 1 Southwest, Terminal 2 all the way Delta to the new pickup area right in the background, it's worth it, right? And we were calculating about 3.5 to 7 minutes. 3.5 for the Southwest walk, 7 minutes for the Terminal 2 walk. From Terminal 7, we left at 41. We're almost coming up to the 3-minute marker. I would still argue that it's faster to walk from Terminal 7 versus taking a shuttle bus. And here's another, this is a no-brainer. The more people that'll get on their feet and walk, the less you are holding up shuttles. The less time a shuttle has to wait and can take other passengers. So you're getting a lot of the passengers to those new important pickup terminals if they are willing to walk. It's a no-brainer, right? And you should walk from 1, Terminal 2, and Terminal 7. So from Terminal 7, we started at 41. We're coming up to the 45-minute mark. Literally, there it is over there. So you're looking at 4.5 minutes. You're looking at 4.5 minutes to get from Terminal 7 with your luggage to the new pickup spot. That's it, folks. So I got my 45 minutes of exercise and I feel good. I didn't really build up much of a sweat at all. It's hot today, but it was nice. Thank you, Amy. That is so sweet of you. Amy Montgomery, I appreciate it. Sorry I haven't been reading your comments. I apologize for that. I've been concentrating on the signs. I've been concentrating on the cars, concentrating on the traffic. I don't want to get injured or hurt in this process, right? But this gives you a good idea. I would say this is a great idea to communicate with your passengers. By the way, did you know it takes 3-minute walk from number 1 southwest after you get your bags all the way to the new pickup spot, right? So you could possibly save yourself a lot of time instead of taking the shuttle, because the shuttle has to go all the way around that way, right? So did you know, maybe even put a little marker up if you're driving in LA. Why not put a little sign up behind your seat? Did you know? From Terminal 1, 3 minutes. From Terminal 2, a walk, 7 minutes. From Terminal 7, 4.5 minutes. Everything else today makes no sense to me, right? Makes absolutely no sense. Now I am going to find my car. I think I parked in Terminal 1. So I will be paying, what did this video cost me at the end of the day? It cost me a 45-minute parking fee at LAX, which, I don't know, a few bucks probably, but well worth the information, right? I think that was worth it.